Hello and welcome to Unveiled. Today we're diving headfirst into the murky, shark-infested waters of cybercrime. Don't worry, we've got our metaphorical shark cages ready. We're going to be dissecting some of the latest, sneakiest tactics these digital bandits are using, like deepfake scams and something called pig butchering, which honestly sounds more like a rejected Tarantino film than a real thing. But trust me, it's real, and it's costing people a lot more than a movie ticket. Stick around, because knowing how these scams work is your best weapon against them. All right, let's talk deepfakes. And no, I'm not talking about some trendy new sea creature discovered off the coast of Iceland. Deepfakes are videos manipulated using artificial intelligence, and before you say anything, this isn't your uncle blurring out his ex in old vacation photos. This is next-level stuff. We're talking about creating videos of real people, often celebrities or public figures, saying and doing things they never actually did. Imagine scrolling through your feed and seeing a video of Elon Musk, looking uncannily like Elon Musk, except he's telling you to invest all your money in a cryptocurrency called Dogecoin. You might think, well, Elon's a bit of a wild card, maybe this is legit. And that's exactly what these scammers are banking on. They prey on your trust in familiar faces. Take, for instance, the recent wave of deepfake videos featuring everyone's favorite dancing queen, Taylor Swift. This wasn't Taylor announcing a surprise album drop, though that would be amazing. No, this was digital Taylor hawking crypto schemes and dodgy weight loss products. Now, some of you might be thinking, please, I could spot a fake Taylor Swift video a mile away, and to you I say good. But these videos are becoming increasingly sophisticated. It's getting harder to distinguish the real from the fabricated, and that's what makes this so dangerous. So, how do you protect yourself from falling prey to these digital doppelgangers? First and foremost, don't believe everything you see online. I know, groundbreaking advice, right? But seriously, if you see Elon Musk suddenly promoting something that sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Don't just take his word for it, even if it looks and sounds exactly like him. Verify, verify, verify. Go to official sources, check reputable news outlets, see if they're reporting on Elon's newfound love for Dogecoin. And here's another handy trick: reverse image search. Most search engines have this function. You upload the image or video still and it scours the internet to see if it's been used elsewhere. If you find that exclusive interview with Elon on some random website you've never heard of, well, congratulations. You've just outsmarted a deepfake scam. Okay, buckle up, because we're about to delve into something truly insidious: pig butchering scams. And yes, the name is as awful as the scam itself. This isn't some quick smash and grab job. This is a long con, a slow burn where scammers invest weeks, even months, building a relationship with you before they eventually, well, go for the kill. Hence the charming name. Here's how it usually works. You get a random message on social media, a seemingly harmless friend request. The person on the other end is charming, attentive, maybe a little too eager to know everything about you. They might say they're an entrepreneur, an investor. Perhaps they work in a glamorous field. They're essentially crafting a persona designed to appeal to you, to gain your trust. You might think you're building a genuine connection, maybe even falling in love, but here's the thing. You're not talking to the person in those photos, you're talking to a scammer, and they're fattening you up like a pig for slaughter. Once they've gained your trust, that's when the investment opportunity arises. They might casually mention a cryptocurrency they're making a killing on, or a surefire way to make quick money on the stock market. They'll often show you fake screenshots of their supposed earnings, tempting you with the promise of easy riches. And because you trust them, because you think you have a genuine connection, you let your guard down. You invest, maybe a little at first, then more as their encouragement, and your false sense of security grows. And then poof, they disappear. The profile you were talking to vanishes, along with your money and your trust. It's like that person never existed, leaving you emotionally and financially devastated. What makes this even more alarming is that these aren't lone wolf scammers operating out of their mother's basement. This is organized crime, folks. Recent reports have linked these scams to a global syndicate headed by One Kwok Koi, also known as Broken Tooth, a name that doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their investment strategies. Victims, many here in the United States, have reported losing millions of dollars to these heartless schemes. So how do you protect yourself from becoming the metaphorical pig at the digital slaughterhouse? Well, first and foremost, be wary of unsolicited contacts online, particularly those that seem too good to be true. And let's be honest, if someone you've never met starts showering you with compliments and affection out of the blue, alarm bells should be ringing. Never, and I mean never, share personal or financial information with someone you've only met online. It's like giving a stranger at a bar your PIN number. You're just asking for trouble. If someone you're talking to online starts pressuring you to invest in something you don't fully understand, that's a huge red flag. Take a step back, do your research, and if it smells fishy, it probably is. Look, I get it. The internet can be a scary place. It's like that creepy abandoned amusement park on the edge of town. You know the one. It's full of potential for fun and excitement, but also rusty Ferris wheels and clowns that stare at you a little too long. But just like with that creepy amusement park, there are ways to navigate the internet safely and avoid getting, well, digitally mugged. First and foremost, let's talk about verifying your sources. This should be your online mantra, folks. Whether it's an email, a message, or a too-good-to-be-true offer, always, and I mean always, check its legitimacy. Look for that little padlock icon in your browser's address bar that indicates a secure website. Hover over links before you click them to see where they actually lead, and if something seems even remotely fishy, trust your gut and steer clear. Next up, let's talk about two-factor authentication, or 2FA for those in the know. This is like having a bodyguard for your online accounts. Instead of just needing your password, 2FA requires an extra piece of information, usually a code sent to your phone or email to log in. It's an extra layer of security that can mean the difference between someone accessing your accounts and then being met with a digital brick wall. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, this all sounds like a lot of work, and you're right, it is. But trust me, it's far less work than trying to recover your stolen identity or explain to your bank why you wired your life savings to someone you met on a dating app who claimed to be an investment banker but was actually a 12-year-old with a knack for Photoshop. Speaking of things that require a bit of effort, let's talk about software updates. I know, they're annoying. They always seem to pop up at the worst possible time. Like when you're about to beat the final boss in a video game or finally confess your feelings to your crush via text. But those updates are there for a reason. They often contain vital security patches that fix vulnerabilities hackers could exploit. Think of it like this. Ignoring software updates is like leaving your front door unlocked and then writing free stuff inside on a post-it note stuck to your mailbox. You're practically begging to be robbed. And last, but certainly not least, let's talk about passwords. I know you've heard it a million times before, but it bears repeating. Use strong, unique passwords for every single online account you have. And no, password 123 doesn't count. Get creative, people. Use a combination of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. And if you're thinking, John, there's no way I can remember all those passwords, well, that's where a password manager comes in. Think of it like a digital vault for all your passwords, protected by one master password that you do need to remember. Look, the internet is a constantly evolving landscape, and staying ahead of the curve is crucial. Cybercriminals are constantly coming up with new and inventive ways to separate you from your hard-earned money, but that doesn't mean you have to be a sitting duck. By being vigilant, staying informed, and following these simple tips, you can navigate the digital world safely and avoid becoming another victim of cybercrime. And if, despite your best efforts, you do fall victim to a scam, don't suffer in silence. Report it immediately to your local authorities or the appropriate online platform. Remember, you're not alone in this. And by reporting these scams, you're helping to make the internet a safer place for everyone. So, there you have it, folks, the wild, wacky, and often terrifying world of cybercrime. It's enough to make you want to ditch your devices and live off the grid, subsisting solely on berries and the occasional squirrel you manage to trap. But before you start investing in camouflage netting and learning how to build a fire with just sticks and a positive attitude, remember this: knowledge is power. While cybercrime is constantly evolving, so too are the ways we can protect ourselves. By staying informed about the latest scams, being cautious about who we trust online, and taking the necessary precautions to secure our digital lives, we can make it much harder for these digital bandits to succeed. So stay vigilant, stay skeptical, And for goodness sake, if you see Elon Musk promoting something online, maybe double check it before you invest your life savings. Until next time, stay safe online. And don't forget to subscribe to Cybercrime for more insights and tips to help you navigate the digital world securely. We'll be here, shining a light on the darkest corners of the internet, so you don't have to.